I recently started volunteering at my local Free Geek, and due to that, I'm now unfortunately working with Linux machines. Luckily, not that often. It's mostly just me installing Ubuntu on a few machines for their Linux rack when most of the computers that they sell are Windows based. I'm not going to get into it. But I thought since I'm now working with Linux a little bit more often than I normally do, I thought why not show how different it is, or how much of a pain in the butt it is, to just install LibreOffice on Linux. So, just like the Minecraft video, let's start off with Windows 10. All I want to do is install LibreOffice, which should be a very simple task. And if Linux is supposed to be the superior option, it should go by even quicker on Ubuntu. But as you'll see, it will not. And how do I know this? Again, I've been unfortunately working on Linux-based computers over at my local Free Geek since I started volunteering there. I end up having to have someone else go through and actually install LibreOffice for me because getting it installed, I got installed once, but it took like 30 minutes compared to Windows. When it comes down to it, this video is both how long it actually takes and how easy it is to install LibreOffice. Now, the previous video, I had a SSD installed on this computer. Now I'm using a mechanical spool drive. So, it's going to take a little while longer than normal. But, again, I want to simulate the Free Geek experience if you're a volunteer like me. Now, the internet speed is actually about accurate for both for a Free Geek. Unfortunately, my local Free Geek doesn't have gigabit internet. And also, LibreOffice's website, apparently the servers are hot garbo. Because even with my gigabit internet, I can't get no more than 10 megabytes a second. Then again, this is a fairly old laptop, but still. It's very erratic. And just like that, with a few button clicks, I'm off to the races and I'm now installing LibreOffice. So, here comes a lot of dead air. Oh yeah, and just to prove that point, I have gigabit internet. As you can see, I'm nearly 100 megabytes on this. Oop, the autofocus isn't working right. Give me a second. Let me go back to auto. There we go. And of course, autofocus goes completely stupid. You'll think for a $2,000 foldy smartphone, it would have cameras that can maintain autofocus. Apparently not. But at least I have near complete control over the camera. Honestly, it is actually going a lot more faster than normal over at Free Geek. Normally, the hard drives we have there are like a couple thousand hour life runs, or whatever you call it. Some of them in the back have like 30,000 hours on them. Crazy high run times. And every single one of those hard drives, every single time I use one of them, they are literally molasses slow, to where they're just basically, why are they even back in the first place? Just throw them away. Obviously after doing the proper data removal, debanding, blah blah blah, all that special crap that's necessary for FreeGeek and hard drives and whatnot. Personally, when it comes to hard drives of that runtime, just do the debanding, all that stuff, and then just drill a few holes in it and put it into the recycle bin. Or actually, in this case, they're called Gaylords. Actually, I don't know if hard drives go into Gaylord boxes or not. But either way, hard drives of that runtime, they just need to be put out of their misery. And before you ask, the hard drive I'm using isn't from FreeGeek, it's one of my own personals. And just like that, I now have LibreOffice installed, and I have it open. So with that said, now I need to spend the next maybe like 30 minutes or so downgrading this thing to Linux. So I gotta get that drive set up and blah 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 blah. Alright, so I have Ubuntu installed. Apparently I don't have internet. Let's see, where is the online crap for this piece of garbage operating system? Network right here. I don't have Wi-Fi. So already we're off to a great start. And what makes it even worse for Linux is this is a Lenovo laptop. It's a ubiquitous computer. This is an educational grade computer also. These things are all over the place. And yet, there's no wireless drivers for my laptop. So if I want to use Ubuntu and get on the internet, I have to have a hardwire, which is fine for a desktop. But for a laptop, strike one Linux. I mean, I already did that with Minecraft, but I think I had it wireless on that too, so I have no idea why I don't have wireless now, because I installed Linux on this thing before and it worked completely fine. What a fucking garbage operating system. I might as well get an Ethernet cable. At least it detects my internet. So let's see, will I now be able to get online? Did Firefox just crash? Did Firefox seriously just crash? I'm going to give it a little bit. I want to give it a chance. Again, I work with Ubuntu at my local FreeGeek. I have a general idea of how to get it up and running. Installing LibreOffice, though, that's a whole different story, as you'll see in a bit. But I've never seen Firefox crash on me before. There it goes. Give me a second to fix the autofocus. Set to manual. Alright, so Firefox finally launched. That took really long. So let's see, let's go here. Alright, so as I said before, if Linux is supposed to be the superior operating system, I should be able to just hit download on a download link and double click on the launch file, and it should just automatically install, or be as easy as Windows. Alright, so it registers I'm on Linux this time. It gives me this version of to download, so I'm going to hit download. Now obviously, since I have it hardwired, it's downloading incredibly quick. Because again, no wireless drivers. Alright, so you would think that I just need to do this to run the thing. So I go Active Manager, I guess, open. And then I see this right here. Okay. Install. A problem opening something this file, source code garbage. This means absolutely nothing to me, but clearly something's wrong. Let's hit retry. Alright. Now, before you say anything, Linux people, let's do this. No. Reload the page. Of course, I don't get the Chrome pop-up. Go figure. So when it comes to Chrome, accept. It's downloading right here. And this one's a .deb. So I'm going to hit, I guess, software install this time around, since this wasn't an option for Libre. Is this software install, or is that not? It's active. I should close that out. Is it going to do anything? I told it to launch software install. Open. Well, are you going to do anything? I know this works, because I know for a fact I can install Chrome on Ubuntu day in, day out. Pending update of Snap Store, I have no idea what that means. Can you just launch the damn Google Chrome install, you pile of shit? Why are you not launching the Chrome install? I do this. There it goes. Yes, I'm using a hard drive, but God, that is slow. It's like I'm installing LibreOffice, and yet I'm not. I'm installing like what, a 50 megabyte browser, if not less. All right, install. Of course, password bullshit. Everything like Mac. Instead of pending, install. Is it that difficult just for you to install fucking Chrome? I don't even need to do a video showing Chrome being installed on Windows. Installing Chrome on Windows is far quicker than it is on Linux, even with my little hard drive I'm using right now. Sitting, waiting, bored. I could be doing better things, like playing War Thunder, hating my life. But no, I'm stuck here recording a boring video waiting for fucking Chrome to install. Let's see. It took that long to install an 85 megabyte file. Does it at least launch? No, there's Chrome. I don't care. Just launch Chrome. Chrome launches instantaneously and Firefox sat there, crashed, and relaunched. Alright, let's try installing LibreOffice through Chrome then. Maybe it'll work through Chrome. Doubtful. I don't want to go through ads. Alright, let's go to here. Alright, so this is the first file type we downloaded. Let's download this file type, which is the same file type that was Chrome. So if I download the version that is DEB, like I did with Chrome here, theoretically, it should install. We shall see. Sorry about all the movement, I'm popping my toes. Alright, so we have this now. Let's see. Remind me later. What am I supposed to do with this? Can I at least expand to see what the full lettering is? Is there anything that says install? Let's try this. Let's go to here, here. No, not that one. This. LibreOffice. Is that the version I'm currently working on, or is it this one? That's the dev one. Let's try this. Close this off. Notice how much of a pain in the ass compared to Windows this is. I'm having to do so many extra little workarounds or trying to figure out how to get this to work. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete all that. Because, come on, rename. Okay, so that clearly didn't work. Where's the trash can on this stupid thing? There it is. Alright, let's just drag this folder. Open in terminal, I guess? I guess not. None of this works. Alright, so what exactly am I supposed to do now? Do I have to go through the fucking terminal to get this to work? Okay, just read down the same thing again. That alone is a bunch of gobbledygook. And how am I supposed to install all those, huh? How do I install the packages, huh? All this just to install LibreOffice on a goddamn Linux computer. Terminal-based install. That looks like for if it's already been downloaded, and that stuff's... What? Again, all I'm trying to do is install LibreOffice. I was able to install Chrome with a few clicks. It just took its damn sweet time. And yet with LibreOffice, it's literally nothing but terminal command bullshit. There's a reason why Linux is seen as the poor people OS. It's really not that though. It's because Linux is a server OS. It's not meant for what I'm trying to do right now to it. It's meant to run servers. The fact we're trying to make them do desktop class stuff like this is amazing, but also completely makes it a pain in the butt to do any simple tasks that Windows does within just a few clicks. Remember, with Windows, the wait time was just me downloading the executable and then waiting for everything to install. This was me going through multiple routes and then trying to also install Chrome, and Chrome taking its damn sweet time, and apparently I'm downloading at 112 kilobytes a second. Ethernet, gigabit internet. Wonderful. Okay. Now what? You set it up in a picture and you didn't actually do it as a command line? Why? Why would I want to manually type this in? Come on now. It can't be just a simple executable file like Windows. It has to be terminal-based garbage. Why does it have to be terminal-based garbage? Why can't it be just a simple double-click, click a few next buttons, and just let it do its own thing? Why must I type in a bunch of code into a goddamn terminal just to install a goddamn Microsoft Office knockoff? Linux really is stuck in the 80s when it comes to how it actually functions. It may have this nice UI and whatnot, but deep down, it's still all terminal-based geek garbage. And I'm a geek, and even I find this stuff cringe. The fact I have to Google how to do this is just pathetic. I don't have to do this with Windows. I just download the executable, click a few buttons, and it's done. And plus, if I want to see what the thing is actually doing, there is an option in the Windows box that says more details. Just the average Windows user doesn't click that box because it's not necessary to see what it's doing. It's like my Minecraft video all over again. But maybe if a little less swearing? I don't know. Well, it says it's done. Close this out. Close this out. Go to here. And I guess that's LibreOffice. What's with this database garbage? Can't you just launch damn... There it is. I guess, I think, I don't know. I don't use LibreOffice for Linux. But I'm guessing it's up. Unless it is Office Basic. I legit don't know if I actually need that. I legitimately don't know what version of LibreOffice we actually install at my local Free Geek. I just know it's LibreOffice. And considering how much of a pain in the ass it was, I just went for the first LibreOffice that had terminal commands. I don't even think that's the actual LibreOffice for Windows, or the actual proper LibreOffice. So I should be able to just hit restart and go to Windows. Because I did set this up to dual boot. And I want to load into Windows, which would be this right here. Will Windows 10 go and nuke the hard drive? I'm kind of hoping Windows 10 will nuke the hard drive. It'll do that with Windows. It'll do that with Windows 7. Windows 7 and Windows 10 do not like each other, especially if you're dual booting on a hard drive. And I can already tell Windows 10 is not liking life. It's taking way too long to fire back up. Again, yes, I am using a hard drive, but still, this is abnormal for Windows 10. It does not like it. There we go. Well, sadly it didn't nuke the hard drive, but it didn't like it. Yeah, it looks like I did not even download the proper version of LibreOffice that my local free geek actually uses. Give me a second to change autofocus. There we go. I download basic, and the version of LibreOffice we actually use is 7 point whatever. So yeah, even then I didn't even manage to download the proper version of LibreOffice I actually meant to download, because the downloads I downloaded failed to work. So in the end I completely failed at that. Or not failed at that. Linux failed at that. At least with Minecraft, I was actually able to install Minecraft completely. It just took like, what, 30 minutes compared to Windows 10, like, minute or so, if my memory serves. So now I want to figure out is, do I really want to go through the process and actually figure out how to properly get the proper version of LibreOffice installed on this thing, or do I just want to cut the video short? I'm thinking I'm going to cut the video short because, just like with the Minecraft video, I have proved my point with this video here. Until Linux can get to as simple as where you can just download a executable, double click it, click a few next buttons like you can with Windows, then maybe, just maybe, Linux will actually become second fiddle to Windows, or whatever the term's supposed to be, because in reality, it's Windows, Mac OS, Linux. Cope. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the Mac Mini. I just got it set up. I got it powered up, but I want to play some Pain Thunder and actually have some fun. Alright. Sadly, I lost that round of War Thunder, but who gives a crap? I've never installed LibreOffice on a Mac before, so this is going to be pretty interesting. Alright, so I am downloading via Wi-Fi, but it looks like this time around it's actually downloading fairly quick. Let's see, let's go to the old download so we can see what the 2 megabytes a second. Okay, yeah, it's going to take a little bit, so I'm not going to bore you with this. Alright, so now I should just be able to hit open. Or, well, not, well, whatever. Okay, it's doing it. I can just get the verification crap, it's not really necessary. Just open. Thank you. That's really all that's necessary to install LibreOffice on a Mac. That's even easier than Windows. Granted, I gotta transfer over a gig or so of data, so that is going to take a little bit to do, so I will come back when that is done. Alright, and just like that, I should now have this thing installed on my Mac. So where would it be? There it is. There we go. Yep, looks like we got LibreOffice fully working on my Mac. And compared to Windows, it's even quicker, or even easier. So, Linux eternally BTFO'd by both Windows and Mac OS. Oof. But not surprising.